Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of BANEful Journey. This is the Eccentric Adventures of EGads. And here we are in Gotham. I am on top of the bat symbol in the East End. So everybody now knows where the bat symbol is, which is all cool. The video has been rendered plus 175% because I was trying to get this shorten the video as much as possible. The second part of the video is going to be long, as long-winded, I should say, due to the fact that I went into the ooh, green token. Gotta love them. Grabbed that one a little earlier, but whatever. Right now, EGads is heading down to Cape Carmine to take a look at Bane's forces. Now, always remember, before you start going into the place, you want to try and look for all the side quests in the area. Just make a good perimeter around the orange stuff. I know this is not, since this is not a live recording, you are not listening to what Batman's telling me, that blah 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 and this, and it's like, Bane bad, you good, you defeat evil. That's practically how I feel he's talking. But oh man, we're gonna start to shoot stuff. Just shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. First part of the quest is to take out the strong men delivering the venom. It's pretty much the big guys carrying crates. Take 10 of those out. You're gonna take out the venom samples, which is there'll be two or three guys around the small crates with the gear symbol above it. You just have to destroy the crates, and 20 the little question mark icons are going to pop up, and you just take 20 of those. And then you also need to defeat Bane slugs protecting the venom shipments, which that's the guy surrounding those crates, so you just got to kill 15 of those. So, I mean, of course, just like any quest, it's a bunch of killing and just collecting and rinse and repeat on practically every single story arc. It gets kind of repetitive, but you learn to live, I guess. I mean, the game is completely fun, just learning the lore, seeing these guys. I mean, I know I've looked up, I actually had to look up Tio Mario because I didn't know who the heck he was, but that's later on in higher levels. I mean, you also get to play around with the Toy Man, which is cool in my opinion. Ooh, a green. I wonder if I get to try that out. I really don't remember if I do or not. Now, the second part of this video will actually be showing my third character that I play, which is named White Lupus. He is officially EGads' sidekick. Why is he EGads' sidekick? Well, because White Lupus is also a controller. He's in Gotham, and everything EGads does, White Lupus comes behind and does it too, just to keep up with him. Now, EGads was supposed to start this whole episode, but because of a user error, I should say, I kind of messed up and did the voice recording for practically the other half of the Bane story arc. And I did the voice recording, but I accidentally forgot to start recording the fraps, start recording the video for the game. So I did the other part of the quest chain, distribution center, more quests, and then the whole lighthouse where Bane is. I did that's about 50 minutes. I did all of that and no recording. I was actually quite upset with myself. So yeah, so I think I try my best to go through it as fast as possible on this one. If this turns out to be a very long-winded video, then what I'll do is I try to do as much live as much as possible because the voice acting is great and I think everyone deserves to really hear it. But I mean, the quests do become repetitive. I am also working on another project, I should say, just talking about that actually details all the side quests, what they do, where they are, and all that stuff, in a new video segment that I'm still putting the finishing touches on it, I should say. But I mean, I don't want to give away too much information on that. So, but oh, a mugger! Oh, my heroic act of the day. But now we have to go to the next section, which is search for Bane's distribution hub. I found a quest chain, Detective Bruner. The intent to sell quest from Detective Bruner is going into the distribution center, which, of course, will be talked about later on. Oh, Batman again, talking just mad smack. Hey, just fix those Venom guys, you know, just go out there and do a good job. I mean, and in this section, I should say, in this part of the city, you're just gonna see Bane forces just really grab trash cans and just throw them all over the place for unknown reasons. I don't know why. It's stupid. But it's also quick to actually the other mobs, of course, as you see, just run up on you and just destroy you, which is horrible. But luckily I had this other person doing the same quest, and so I just snagged her people. But you always want to make sure that before you start attacking another mob or whatever, make sure you have full health. Just let it regen. It's gonna be okay. Alright, so found another quest up here. The detective who has no name, but I'm gonna call him Detective Short Round because he's short and he's fat. Detective Short Round wants you to gather venom and Hopper venom injectors. So just kill hoppers, and little quest icons or question mark icons are gonna pop up, and you just collect them. You gotta collect 10 of those. You also gotta confiscate venom from the razors, which razors are the bad guys with the hoods that have like little dagger things. Those guys, they were blue track chutes because they're running everywhere, and they hurt like so. Yes, I died. All sorts of fun. Grinding my teeth right now. I hate when I die. It becomes so boring, I should say. So now it's just time to run back. Just running back and taking care of all this. These videos, I'm gonna try and keep these videos about maybe 20, hopefully under 30. Max I'm gonna want to do is like a good 40 minutes is how I max, because I mean, we are people, we're humans, our attention spans are horrible. I know mine is. I see a pretty shiny quarter on the ground and I'm just gonna go pick it up and get hit by a bus or something. That's my future. I've already seen it and I'm already prepared for it. But I'm gonna try and keep these videos a little bit under. I think this is gonna be my longest video, and this is only episode 2. This is still more or less a learning curve for me, trying to figure out a good method on how to do this, and this. So you never know. I just might take the extra time on just actually record any time that Batman or Oracle has to say something. I'll record that little tidbit, slow the video down for that section so you can actually hear what they're saying. But like I said, that is a load of work, and that's like a lot of editing. I know for the Eccentric Adventures of EGads, each video for EGads I'm going to try and have up every Friday. I think I'm going to have videos for the walkthroughs on the duos and the alerts and hard alerts. I'm just going to have those whenever I can put them up, really. But every week, every Friday, I'm going to have an episode of EGads for you. You're going to be leveling EGads up with me. I do have a Justin.tv account, so one of these days where I don't have my girlfriend bitching at me, I'm going to actually have a live section where you guys are watching me play the game and commentate or whatever you want to do. I haven't set it up quite yet, but I'm still doing some stuff. I'm still learning about it as well. A buddy of mine wanted to do, told me to think about it, so I'm going to do it. Now that was the full audio that you just saw with me just dancing around. I love it. Good old dancing. Full audio, just Yay, level 8. That's all great and dandy. Alright, so now we're going to turn in some quests. As you see, I have to go talk to Zatanna, talk to the Flash. Those are all in Metropolis. It sucks, because I'm actually going to have to leave Gotham and go to Metropolis to continue my leveling, I think, after Bane. I think there's no more questing in Gotham until I do a couple of things in Metropolis to level up higher. I'm not really sure, but if that's the case, they need to fix that, because I want to level in Gotham. My mentor is Batman. My mentor is not Superman. It's not Wonder Woman. I want to stay in Gotham. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been part 1 of an episode of EGads. Right now, we're going to take a word from our sponsors, and we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eccentric Adventures of EGads, part 2 of episode 2 of just 2 2 2 2 2s. Here we have EGads sidekick White Lupus here with us to go over the distribution center and also the rest of the storyline for Bane. We're going to talk to Detective Bruner real fast and get Intent to Sell quest to go in there. What you have to do is download distribution list from 5 computers. Well, I like to actually recall it. We're going to upload porn to Bane's computers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to upload porn to 5 computers for Bane. Because it seems to be the smart thing to do. Because I think everybody likes porn, don't you people? I know I do. I like it. But alright, we're going to be in the distribution center now. We have to go find Bane's Venom supplier. Now, White Lupus here is different from EGads that he, instead of going with the defibrillator for helping party members, White Lupus here went with stealth. And with the stealth, you have a different loadout bar that has a couple of crowd control abilities, along with a backstab and fear gas. And it's, I mean, I like the stealth. I might have to respect EGads whenever I can. But alright, first computer was porn, uploaded, ready to go. Let's do this. We're going to be now in stealth, and we're going to do our CC abilities here and stun, and these girls need to run. The hell are they doing? But alright, we pretty much locked in our first target, and now we took out the second. Now we're going to go back to the first, and boom, we're going to whoop some tail. That's what we're going to do. Just whoop them with their dual guns. Just do some pistol whips. Alright. Oh, crap. Okay, so apparently my stealth was just horrible on this, and so I need to work on that a little bit later. But let's go ahead and take care of this. Please don't die. Oh, no. And I don't die. Because I'm cool. I'm cool-headed. Let's go with that. Alright, there's nothing in this room. I thought there was, but apparently there wasn't. So, let's just keep going on with destroying people. Alright, so there's actually a 2-person pool right here. Should have used some stealth, but I didn't know that. But with the stealth bar, our first attack, our first ability is a taser line. The second is a little handcuffs that stuns. That I just stunned a dog, but that also alerted these 2 other guys that apparently see through my stealth and just start whipping me. So let's just take care of these things. That was pretty weird. I have to say that was pretty weird because I don't think that dog is connected to those guys. But anyways, take care of all your baddies, and then let's go ahead and distribute porn into the second computer. And let's take care of the dog, because the American Humane Society won't put them down. They're envenomed. They're gross. But alright, in here we have a whole bunch of people. So let's go ahead and walk through here. Oh, they have a 3-person pool, 2 people and a dog. Sounds like a good sitcom. And this is why controllers should never actually do this. They should have actually, I should have stunned them. That's what I should have done. But yet, I died because of my stupidity. And I will take full blame for that. Alright, let's head back. Let's go ahead and get our puff of smoke, get our stealth going. Now, to do stealth, you do have to be a controller, so I will tell you that. Or you have to be gadgets, I should say. Alright, now we have 1 dog and 1 man. So let's go ahead and do an implosive mine. Implosive mine for any enemies that are actually near it that set it off. All enemies in the area of that bomb will become will be stunned, or pretty much locked up, I should say. I'll just go with stun. Third computer with porn, done. Enjoy that hepatitis C stuff in there. Alright, this is where I make my mistake. I have my implosive mine. Looks like something from the movie Screamers. Let's go ahead and pull the center guy, and he and 1 other guy get stun locked, where I start messing up, and with the auto targeting messing me up a little bit, and everybody's just coming at me. I die. That simple as that. I die. And I did not take anyone with me. I did not take 1 single person. But alright, let's go do this one more time. Stealth. Let's go ahead and set up my implosion mine. Actually, yeah. I first accidentally did a fear gas thing, because that was my 6th ability. The 5th one right before it is my implosion, and then the one before that is like a backstab. And then of course the 3rd ability is a I remember, it's it cancels me out of stealth, so you can't actually get out of it. But alright, cool. Let's go back into stealth. I took care of those 2 very simply. But this right here is a 3-man pull, because there's a razor back behind that fan. So just so you know that. But the implosion mine was able to get one guy, or one strong man, and I took care of the envenomed muscle. And now that I do my auto shot dance routine, love it. I pulled the razor as well, but I took care of them very simply. But I just found I had a green, so let's see if we can get some upgrades here. Some new pants, yeah, rock on. And now we continue with our investigation. Now this is where people have actually had problems with the distribution center. I saw it multiple times on the forums, but I think everybody gets the hang of it now. But this right here is your power source for the door lever. This is your door lever. Down here is your power source. Interact with it one time, then interact it with the second time, carry it over to the door lever, and boom, the door will now open. And behind this door is none other than the venom supplier, Diego. If I had some Spanish soap opera music, I would cue it right about now. But just to prepare, because he does summon 2 ads, we're going to set up an implosion mine over here at the beginning where they actually come from. And I'm going to walk over there just to try it out. I want to stun him. And I do! How cool is that? And boy, failure shows up. Nightwing himself. So let's go ahead and just start whooping on him. He does nothing special. He's pretty much a brawler. He'll just charge up and do some stuff. Now, the 2 guys actually came in. One's a razor, the other one's a muscle. The muscle got hit by the lock thing. You see him locked in over there, but he just jumped across the room with the mine. And I took care of the ads while Nightwing handles the boss, because I don't think Nightwing can die. But of course, I finished the boss off, but the muscle shoots a bullet at me and I die. But Nightwing luckily holds the ground for me, so now all I have to do is just run back and claim my rewards, because I'm going to steal it from him like a boss. Yup. Alright, we're going to take care of this last red dot. That is a dog with 2 women. Interspecies relations is wrong. You want to know why it's wrong? Here's an example. Killer Croc. Done. We're going to stun him and bring him to justice. Actually, no, we're just going to beat him senseless until the American Humane Society decides to get off their tail and stop this injustice. But now in our investigation tokens, we have 3 out of 6. The last 3 are going to be in other parts where we'll be discussing that as well. Talk to Nightwing. Hey, thanks for doing my job. No problem. Happy to help, Nightwing. Happy to help. So let's get our last 2 porn computers going. And we are done. Now let's get the hell out of here. Let's go ahead and head up there and talk to Detective Bruna. And go ahead and give him our dose. Let's go ahead and turn these quests in. I always recommend turning in the side quests first. It just helps with the story. It just helps with story purposes, because if you do your main story quest first, turn that in, and then go back in and do your side quest, it just messes up the whole flow of the access and communicator that you can't hear right now. So I'm sorry for that. This is only my 2nd episode. I'm still learning on how I should actually record doing so with the live stuff. I know of a way, but it's just a lot of editing in my opinion, and it will give me a headache. But we're heading over here to the Cape Carmine Lighthouse, talk to Officer O'Brien, and he gives us a quest to arrest 10 Falcone hoods. I'm sorry, Falcone hoods, or Falcon hoods, whatever. My investigation token that mysteriously disappeared and reappeared. It's magic. Wrong place. So, my quest here from Batman is to destroy 15 venom canisters, that are your white dots on your mini-map, and also detox Bane lieutenants and retaliators from venom. So we have to do 15 of those, which becomes a long, arduous process. Oh man. Whew. But since we're just killing some time, I want to thank you all for watching the video, at least staying in for so long. I mean, these are kind of long, and I do apologize, but I'm just wanting to help out people who are having, doing these quests are simple and easy. I mean, I'm just doing these because it's kind of fun that you can do a whole story arc, and I want to record it and make them pretty much episodes for one of my characters. And I mean, that's a design thing. Now here's cool. I found this little group, so I think I'm gonna be sneaky. Start going to stealth. I'm gonna set up an implosion mine, and I was gonna try and get all of them into the implosion mine. That doesn't work because what happens is I do a taser pull for one guy. He gets stuck in it and wastes the mine, and they all come chasing after me, and I run with my cape between my legs. And I'm out of combat, letting my health come back up, and I come back and they're all gone. So that was weak, very, very weak. But let's continue. So I'm just doing these quests because maybe I'm doing a quest and all of a sudden that one of you guys are missing an investigation marker. You come watch the video, it's like, oh wait, he was there, I think that's the one I'm missing. So you just go back to the same area and boom, it's done. I know I am making plans for a couple of new stuff for DC Universe Online. I'm coming up with it, so there's still in the planning stages. I'm hopefully going to start doing stuff like that in March, but you guys will hear a vlog pretty soon whenever I can get all that stuff done. And for all you people that are wondering, or for the probably 16 people that are going to actually view this thing, because no one actually much less saw episode 1, because episode 1 is just for fun, but so is episode 2. So are all these. They are all for fun. But we are I'm looking at doing I have multiple walkthroughs for DC for the duos and some of the hard alerts that I am going to actually upload. I do have more bosses. I actually have one more boss from Ace Chemicals, but I'm going to wait until I do it again and again and again to get the rest of the bosses in there, because I truly just don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste video footage when I'm just talking out my butt. But we are still killing people as I'm talking about this crap. So, but don't worry, I do have duos, and I do have some hard alerts that I have to put up, and this weekend I am going to be putting some up. So please look forward to that. Because actually, the concept of the duos is really fun, and now that I'm getting the hang of, and I actually now know the strats, it's become very, very easy. But let me talk about these quests a little bit, because they're not self-explanatory as it is. But you most likely will have a group of 3. You'll have a Retaliator, a Razor, and a Hood. So 2 of your quests is right there. Simple. But your Razor is always going to be a pain in the butt because they hit for so hard, and they rape because they're so fast. But your Retaliator, of course, when you get them down, oh yeah, and I just died, so that was all fun. But your Retaliator, you beat them down when they get low of health. They're just going to stand there and daze back and forth and look like goobers. You just interact with it, and you're just going to pretty much suck the venom right out of them. Yes, just suck it right out of them. And then you're going to look to your Hood, kill them, or pretty much just beat them senseless, and then just arrest them. But we're going to be running back to the lighthouse real fast since I died, and of course people keep shooting me, so it's stopping my movement. It's slowing me down. I don't like to be slowed down. But I like climbing on the walls with an acrobatic. I think that graphics-wise, they should actually, when you're walking like that, there should be claw marks or something on the walls to signify that you've been there. I mean, they could fade away pretty fast. I mean, the shell casings from the bullets for dual pistols fades away pretty fast, so why not? This is a Hood quest giver for the villains, because the villains actually have to come and defeat Bane too, if anyone's seen TV's video for that. Alright. It's just a bunch of killing and killing, that's all we can do. But I mean, I've also came across that my taser line has a stun ability. It stuns and does electrical damage, does electrical dot to it. But I found that every time I do it to a Razor, the Razor really doesn't stun. They just keep coming at me. I think that might be a bug that I might need to express to them, or if that maybe just be the mechanic for them. Or if they're charging up to do a deadly attack, they can't be stunned. Which I think they should be able to be stunned if they're having to do a charged ability. But I don't know. I'm a developer. Ooh. But looking at my ability bar down here, you will see that I still have my taser line. Second ability is my stealth. Third ability should be fear gas, I believe. I think it's fear gas. I'm not really sure. I really don't use that one much. But of course, my fourth one is my new thermite mine. That instead of EGads choosing the sentry drone, I chose the thermite mine. And the thermite mine, when it goes off when enemies are near it, it will give them a burning dot damage. So, and gadgets controllers, from what I found, it can actually do burning damage. Further dots are going to do burning, electrical, and they can do frostbite. I haven't came across my ability that does frost yet, but I can do now fire and electrical, which is kind of neat. But let's go ahead and get my last retaliator, or I'm sorry, this is my last lieutenant. Go ahead and suck the venom out of him, get him all detoxed, and now we got to take care of 5 more hoods. Which sucks because you have to take care of the groups first. Excuse me. Still quite tiring. Now, you'll see, I don't know if you guys caught that, there's a large, like, 2 billion point number that just popped up. That's an arbitrary number, and I don't know why it keeps popping up. Because if it's doing that much damage, then I should rule the world. That's my opinion. I should be able to rule this town with an iron fist. But I'm a hero, so I'm going to protect this world with an iron fist. But let's go ahead and keep killing. We need 3 more hoods. 3 more hoods. Come on, White Lupus. You need to work faster. See that arbitrary number again? It's ridiculous. Why is that number even there? What is it for? Now, when you're killing also retaliators and lieutenants, they're just going to stand there and look dazed. You can't really interact with them because you've already interacted with them. So, we just got to keep trying to find some more. There we go. I mean, it gets to the point where it's like you're waiting. It's like, man, where am I going to go now? Ooh, almost dead. Now, I do have my soda cola all wrapped up in my ability bar, so now when I go low of health, I'm just gonna pop a good old soft drink. Go ahead and get that sodium in me. Now I will now start actually jumping in the middle of mobs and just setting off a thermite mine and just letting it go. Now see the taser pull actually stunned there, but everything else it doesn't. But now we're done with the quest. We're gonna return to Officer O'Brien. Oh, it's probably Conan's brother. Yes, you're welcome, Conan. Yes, whatever. Alright, but when you... Oh, shit. That scared... It was some person just playing with their hand blasters. I wonder how far those things actually go. But, Oracle says, good job. You helped them, whatever. Now it's time to go take care of Bane himself, and I'm now level 9. So I'm going to use my skill point. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rocket Assist Glide, because I want to move faster. Now, I've actually tried playing around with it a little bit before I go in there, and it's kind of weird because I mean I use a controller, so I actually switch to the keyboard when I'm having to go long distances. So I hit the num key to go ahead and activate it. But you have to be already in glide in order to use it. Ooh, question mark. Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and make up a new collection. Yay. Now see, even if you don't want a quest, then guess what? Go ahead and just run around the city and start looking for collectibles, because that's also fun. But here's the rocket glide. Nice and cool, already in the glide, then you hit your num lock or whatever, and you start falling. Not falling, but you start gliding, but then if you hit the back button or if you hit the arrow down, and all of a sudden you're falling now. Yay. So let's go ahead and head up here to the lighthouse, because Bane has a bright idea. Yes. Oh, went too far. Elevator, I need to go down, please. Thank you. Lighthouse Keeper gives us a quest that we have to go destroy venom canisters inside the lighthouse because he's too scared to go in there and do it himself. So we have to go destroy 15 canisters. That's fun. Not like we have anything else better to do, I guess. Go do someone else's job, you know. So let's go ahead and get our stealth going. Set up an implosion mine. I think I'm really gonna like doing stealth stuff. but EGads doesn't do stealth, so. Alright, but I went ahead and just do like a taser pull, just did a pull, just to damage and start grabbing people. So, but my two guys are all CC'd over there. I took care of object number 1, taking care of object number 2. Number 3 is already acted. That sucked as a CC sucks. But I had to pop a soda cola. I think soda cola has about a 1 minute cooldown, so if you're having to use it constantly, be warned, it's a minute cooldown. Alright, so we took care of some canisters, and now we're going to head down to the next floor. Let's grab a barrel or something. Actually, I have to say that while in this place, there was not one healing barrel I found. Huh, that is true. There is not one healing barrel in this place. They're all radioactive, and even they suck. I think I'm actually going to probably put that on the bug form. I'm going to write myself a note right now. How am I supposed to get my achievement feat for not using any any consumables in here when you don't give me healing barrels? How weak is that? Alright, we're going to grab ourselves our big box and just toss it. Alright, just keep shooting, bam. Boot in the face. Alright. Now, I did find something else out, just in case anyone didn't know, that when you're using those big blocks or anything, they do more damage when you throw them instead of using them just over someone's head 3 times. You get 3 uses out of them. So, I would actually grab one, throw it at the mob, kill that mob, pick it up again, go to the next mob, and just pretty much rinse and repeat. I think I'll actually show you that a little later. Alright, once you get around these canisters, once you actually start attacking those canisters, 2 mobs are going to, no, it's 1 mob that's actually going to spawn and just trying to attack you, so keep that in mind. I wanted to help you guys out, because if you guys don't die in here, kudos. If you do die, don't worry, you can cry in your pillow a little later or write in your journal. It's okay, you're going to die, eventually. So let's go ahead and keep going here. We're going to take care of more retaliators and more mobs. And keep it going. Alright, now, when I grabbed this, I realized that there's a lieutenant there, but there's also 2 razors on the other side. So, you could go towards the lieutenant first and kill him, or go to the side and take care of the razors. Either way, 2 razors means double trouble, especially for us controllers. I think on my fire tank I survived pretty well, because I think at this point I was actually able to get my reignition heal. Alright, so let's go ahead and open the next door and grab our big crate. And this is where I find out that throwing is a lot better. You can see I beat him, and I beat him. Using it 3 times got me the same amount of damage that I would have gotten if I would have just thrown it at him. So throwing a big box at 1 player, at 1 NPC, is a lot better than just using it 3 times on 1. Remember, it's about usage. Little tip from White Lupus, WL, KP. So, now we're going to take care of more canisters. As soon as you actually take care of the dog and this guy, 2 more muscles are going to come in and start wreaking havoc. Now, luckily, these muscles guys don't really go in venom, because they're whining and everything. It's like, no, I won't get Bane's venom. Oh, yeah, just suck it from his tit. So when you start attacking the canisters, a 3rd guy is going to pop up. Again, I'm actually realizing that if I had healing barrels in here, my job would be a lot better. Alright, just keep wasting canisters. These 2 dogs don't move. They're horrible. I set up a thermite mine. The thermite mine really does have a cool animation, but that animation and the look of it still is similar to the immolation mine, which I think that really needs to be fixed a little bit. I mean, even just a color scheme difference would probably be graphically better. But I mean, hey, that's my opinion, not anybody else's. So go ahead and set up a thermite mine, drink a soda cola, that $2 billion number that means nothing. And I survive by the hair on my skinny chinny. Alright. So let's go ahead and grab our crate again, and now we're going to look at the throwing ability. See all that damage? Done. Mob 1 done. Oh look, I still have 2 uses for that crate. Oh look, a second guy. Let's kill him even more. You see, I mean, throwing it a lot better than just having to smack it against someone. So I always recommend throwing objects instead of smacking them. Alright, so we're going to take care of this guy. Now after you get done with him, 2 more retaliators are going to come in and spawn on top of you. So you just got to take care of those. As soon as they're done playing Ring Around the Rosie. Is it Ring Around the Rosie or Ring Around the Posy? Who cares? It's a child's game. We're adults. And we find Nightwing taking on 5 retaliators. Or lieutenants. I'm not really sure because I don't read. But I'm going to go ahead and go into stealth and help them out a little bit. Like, oh, nope, they're muscles. So they're even... they don't even care anymore. I set up my implosion mine over there. So I'm going to do a backstab and pull as much people as I can over here to the implosion mine. Even that damn thing had an arbitrary number. So, yes, Nightwing just broke CC, which I'm ready to kick him from group if he was in my group. But it's okay, because I broke CC too, and that was by accident only. Well, I'm going to grab my green marker. This should be my 5 out of 6, so I'm looking for one more. Our last green marker is going to be in Bane's room. And now we're just going to have to... Apparently, Nightwing wants the disco dance or something. He misses Michael Jackson too. Poor guy. So now we're going to come down here to Bane's lair, or really his cave. Let's look at the big guy. Oh yes, I'm big and muscular. Who needs steroids? So I go on the stealth and decide to stun him, because I wanted to see what it looked like in handcuffs, which is cool to see. But now he's just going to whip on me. Yeah, no, I don't want a hug. No hugs. Bane gives horrible hugs. Now what Bane's going to do is, when you start knocking him down in health, he is going to he's going to inject some venom inside of himself, and he's going to go back to full health. This is the only time he goes back into full health due to the fact that he didn't really do much damage. When he goes and when he injects venom inside of himself, he's going to knock down one of the pillars, and debris from the ceiling is going to start falling on you. It's going to randomly fall. You're going to get hit. There's no way to tell where it's coming from, and there's no way to really dodge it unless you're good at dodging everything and you can see into the future. Now there I wanted to show Bane my cool dancing moves with the full auto, which is my favorite skill with the dual pistols, just seeing different directions that you can go. So he's going to inject himself again, and he's going to knock down the second pillar, and now he has a big stick. I don't think this is what Theodore Roosevelt meant by fear my big stick, because I'm not afraid of Teddy's anymore. Bane has a pretty big stick, and it seems to be kicking some butt. But after a while, he just drops it and comes back to trying to give you hugs. And he wants to give you a handshake in the size of a fist. But he's going to inject himself a 3rd time. I had to pop a soda cola. He'll inject himself a 3rd time and then run over to grab the 3rd pillar. And every time he injects himself, he will heal himself as well. So just understand that he's going to heal himself a total of 4 times. It's going to happen. Just keep your DPS up. More debris keeps falling. More debris keeps falling. It's a pain in the butt, I know. Luckily, it does minimum like 7 or 9 damage, and it's okay. But at the same time, your health is like low, so you're going to die pretty soon. But he wants to give you more hugs, more hugs. Now he's fully envenomed, fully huge. Now he's going to try and take out the 4th pillar. I haven't seen him take out the 4th pillar, but I've always been afraid that if he does, we all die and I have to start back over. So just keep your DPS on him. Keep going, and he's just going to drop dead. Cool beans. He drops a blue. It has been noted that he does drop a purple. I'm sad that I was not able to get a purple either on EGads or this guy, so my bad. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Nightwing to give his spiel about how good job, and it's movie time.
Sometimes I wonder why I stay in this stinking polluted city. The Falcones, Betty, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, that hush freak, Killer Croc, Catwoman, not to mention the Joker. There's too much competition. But I'm a businessman and I smell opportunity. So when this little gang war blows the lid off Gotham, I'm just gonna have a nice little umbrella
I love movie time. Yay! So now I have a headline, Drugs War 1. By defeating Bane, I find my last investigation token, which I should have waited because after it does all the defeated chiefs, it gives me this big thing on my screen saying, yay, I got them all. And now I want to check my skills to make sure everything was okay. So now I can actually leave the lighthouse, and we're going to go talk to Detective Brunner or not Detective Brunner, I'm sorry. We're going to go to the lighthouse keeper and turn in this quest so we can get it out of our face. I hate the fact that we started at the top of the lighthouse, worked our way down, when the lighthouse keeper could have easily just given us the damn key and then just went straight into Bane. It's like, hey, give it here. But whatever. You get a nice little cloak from the lighthouse keeper and a feat saying that you've done all of the War on Drugs side quests. So that's all cool. Gotham's Bane by Oracle saying we don't know who started it. Could have been Joker, Two-Face, maybe the Penguin, since we saw in the video that he started it anyways. Did she not see the same video that we saw? But Batman's now telling us that good job, Bane will be taken care of. Go see Batwoman at the East End precinct and she'll give you a reward or something. But thank you all for stopping by and watching, and I'll see you next time on episode 3.